Okay, so everybody on YouTube is starting to discuss the election, 2008 presidential, and everything that goes along with it. Well, I am registered to vote, blah, blah, blah. I don't vote for presidential elections normally. The only thing I ever actually vote for are local issues. Hey, should the airport get this extra land or whatever. My basic, I guess, if you're gonna call it political affiliation, would be more borderline anarchist. I've thought that there is just way too much party involved in elections anymore. Nobody's looking at the candidate. Not really. They're looking at what party are they with? What does that party stand for? But there's a saying, it's been for years, that an honest man or woman, I guess, will never be president. And I believe that. Let's face it, anybody can start out in politics with good intentions and honest and upstanding, but at what point do you say, or do they say to themselves, well, this honesty thing, it's not working. Maybe I should just learn the political savviness and actually get in office. The honest guy, let's face it, he might run for local sheriff. And maybe he'll win. Almost wanted to vote, but I wasn't impressed with any. Even with the disgust with politics that I have, I wasn't impressed. And the way things are looking now, I'm still not impressed. Nothing's inspiring me to vote. Even if I wanted to, what is there to choose from? So, I know it's all over YouTube, and MTV is going to get on the train like they always do. And I have a few little things about, the parties that, this is, of course, coming from an outsider's view of what I see. Let's start off with Republicans. They're going to have a bad time. The basic definition of Republican, I think, is good. And if I was going to be affiliated with a party, it'd be a toss-up between Libertarian and Republican, because my views on things are extremely conservative in certain aspects. I want the government out of my business. I don't want them telling me what to do. If I'm running a business, I don't want the government, I don't want it, everybody gets everything. I'm sorry. If I work harder than, my neighbor, and they're eligible for these government programs that I'm sponsoring, I want somebody to say, get off your butt and do it yourself. And I just always got, from a democratic standpoint, government run. Let's get the government involved, government programs. When I worked for the city, government programs were pretty screwed up. People that needed help couldn't get it because of the government, the way things were set up. Now, again, I'm probably extremely biased. I think in the last couple elections, the Democrats could have won and probably should have won, except for a few key things. They are continually depending on the college vote. We're the hit party. Look at all the rock stars. Well, that's not going to work in Middle America. It doesn't work here. I mean, I live in, this is the Bible Belt of Kentucky. And people here are not going to have anything in common with, Bono. It's church on Sunday. It's go to work hard, have 1 million children. Trust me, they all do. And and I think they're missing the train again. If they're going to go, with Hillary running and blah, 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 she's not appealing to people in Kentucky. And a lot of it is her husband. Everybody liked him. But they didn't really like her. And I'm not honestly sure. I think America could be ready for a woman president, but I don't see it being her. Let's get some fresh faces out here. And Republican-wise, there's not a lot of good people running. I think, honestly, the only chance they have would be Giuliani. I do like him. Every politician steps on somebody else. Everybody does it. It's not right. Most of the time, I'm the one getting stepped on, but, I'll deal with it. So, big problem is everybody made it such a huge deal. I mean, I have friends that, weren't talking to friends because they disagreed with them politically, and I mean, it was crazy. Everybody was in everybody's business. Who are you voting for? None of your business. And then I got, people would say, well, who are you voting for? And I said, I don't vote presidential elections, Sorry. And for the most part, I don't normally like to bitch about things going on. A lot of it because, what do I see? Some clips from, CNN or whatever, and, you can't know the whole story with a soundbite. And I think that's another problem with presidential elections is the media. The media is, and I've noticed a difference just in the past 15 years, I would say. I went from believing that a journalist is supposed to give you the story, not tell you what the story should be. And I just don't. I'm just disgusted with it in general. People are a lot more intelligent than they get credit for. Not everybody who votes Democrat is a, pot-smoking hippie, and not everybody that votes Republican is a conservative, Christian nut job. People are people. I've searched them all and I've thought about it, and people have told me what to do, but I think I'm going to stay on the anarchist side. It's a lot clearer. And it gives me a lot of time to bitch.